Cool. All right, sweet. So that's good. We got everything there from yesterday. So let's start. Actually, let's just tidy a couple of things up. I think we that publer that you've got that's second from the left. Bring that all the way. Actually, yeah, bring that one all the way to the right for me. So in other words, yeah, just drag it all the way to the right of there. That's it. Yeah, put it if you can get it back in there. You should be able to do it.
I've let it go. I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, just maybe what you could do is there you go,
okay.
got it, champion, and then you can go back to that other publer and you can close that one off, which is next to base camp. Yeah, we can close that one. Um, then let's go to base camp, which is what was that? What was that one there? That's something else. But anyway,
That'll
then
be the picture, I think. So
oh
I'll just
yeah,
delete
that's
it.
right. You probably close that screen. I don't know if you even need the tab. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So here now, what I get you to do. So this is our same checklist. So we will look at this one. But if I get you to scroll all the way back up again for me. Yeah. So all the way up, and just right click on your that blue hyperlink up the top and open a new tab for me. That's it. Cool. And let's go to that tab. So the next one over, that's it. And I'll get you to click now on. You would have got an email, but get you to click on that social media website pages and account setup details.
Yeah.
If you click on there, um, so what we've got now. So just let me, because often people, if I don't explain this here, it never gets done or they forget about it. But
Yep.
what I'd like you to do, if you can, who do you have the keys to your own website, or do you have someone help
I
with the
do.
website?
I didn't get in contact with what was her name?
Well,
Sorry,
Hillary. Yeah,
Hillary. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
she sent me an email a couple of weeks ago. I haven't
Yeah.
responded. I'm very keen to work with her, so
Yeah,
I
so
will get in touch.
so
Yeah.
if that's the case, then realistically, what we want to, because I think, as mentioned, that would be really good for you. So what I'm doing here is asterixing the things that you should put on. So you'll put the links, and those links will click through to your social media. You'll put them at the
Okay.
top of your website.
Okay.
If you want to have a look for, there's plenty of ones. Let's just by way of example, if you go open a new web page on the top, new web tab, I should say, on the top right, next to Publer there. Let's just go. Let's just do Diffy Social. Um, so Diffy DIFY Social. I just want to show you on the what I'm talking about. So yeah, and I've
Just
got
got.
yeah, that's it. Just go enter. That should hopefully I'll be findable. Yeah, so just click on that top one. Um, and then see at the top, so how you
Oh
contact
yeah.
us. But
Yeah.
all of those links, so if you click on, I don't know, LinkedIn or anyone,
Yep.
yeah, see that open in a new tab and go
Yep.
straight to where we want them to go, right? So
Okay.
they don't open over the top of the website. You don't want that to happen. You basically, yeah, so that doesn't matter really. So in some way, yeah. So you can close that off, but yeah, that's just you can close that tab. But the idea is, and if you were to look at any of the ones in the blog, so I encourage all businesses, it just closes the circle, right? So in
Yep.
terms of, it tells Google that if your website it's associating and then it's on your website, so it links those links to your website. Then if people are going on your website, they're coming back to the oh sorry, if they're going on the social media, they're seeing it in the feed, they're going to go back to your website, they're going to see, oh yeah, it's the same cover, it's the same information, it's the same mob, I'm in the right place. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it just links everything back. So if you go back to, you probably don't need to leave my page open to remind you, but as I said, they're usually best. Most corporates will hide them down the bottom where no one will ever look.
Yep.
So I think with your website, I don't know if it's a WordPress, whatever it's done
It
in,
is.
it looks to me that you'll be able to put those icons. Maybe you have them done in blue,
Yep.
up the top next to contact us, on your website. So you'll be able to
Yep.
have all those icons that we created yesterday or revised and created yesterday. So if you go to back to the second base camp one, that's it. That's what I have said, right? So if you go down, Now with the company, as I said, I'm in a bit of two minds. So maybe we can create that company, or if you're kind of setting yourself up as a bit of a company page, what I thought we might do is for in the short term, just add you into Publer, and I'll just post the communications into your profile rather than the company profile. Does that make sense? So in other words, it would just go as if you're the business anyway, right? Which on LinkedIn is not the end of the word if we do it that way. Um, but anyway, getting too far ahead maybe. So you got your Facebook page you'd want to put on there as well. If you go down, you got your Instagram, and we just go over these. So Hillary would just get given these links to put them on behind your website,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
And that for most people. Putting your and you even might find if you've got the keys to your website, you might find that it's usually fairly obvious where it is. You just copy and paste those links that are sitting
Yep.
here, and they'll then they'll sit on every page. Doesn't matter whether you're on the contact us page or the FAQ
Yep.
page or the gym equipment page or even the COVID-19 update. You probably could get rid of COVID-19 updates
Yeah.
now.
No, I've
So
been meaning to do that. But
that's probably one
yeah.
of those things with again, I reckon you'd have a quick and dirty with in terms of Hillary would probably be able to do things in an hour or two where she would just tidy up quickly for you, add the
Yeah.
links, and then if you want to do more stuff, as far as other pages and different things in moving forward, then so be it. But she would also be able to do certain things which will help you from a searchability perspective as well, just that local SEO stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, even with your TikTok, you might want to put the TikTok. You've already got your Gmail or your Google Map in there. So if you scroll down just a little bit, that map, which is the map address, which I've highlighted there, I think you've already have that. And your YouTube channel that we created yesterday, you could put up there, particularly if you're going to load that new video and other videos in future.
Yep.
But yeah, so put the 6 social icons up the top of the page so that people can find them and they can see what's being posted. One of the things that Hillary might be able to help with, which a couple of businesses do. Actually, I'll get you to go open another tab again on the far right and do iHarvest, as in I have. Yeah, it's just the word, yeah, and all one word, iHarvest. Actually, co-working sunshine. Click on the next one down. So, yeah, I hope that brings up and then go to the website. And so, see, they've got those icons up the top. But what I wanted to show, and what you could easily, I think, ask Hillary to do, if you click on news for them, news for them is basically just their Instagram feed, right?
Okay.
And that would probably work quite well for you, right? So realistically, in a way, it's just because my process is really just you take info off the website, you put a photo or a video, you put the little post information. So that's the post that appears in the feed. If you scroll down, there's the other post.
Yeah.
And so realistically, all it would do is actually start to add a volume of photos to your website that you don't currently have, and it might be
Okay.
an easy way to do it, because that was going to be the next thing I was going to talk to you about. But maybe, as I said, if we go to back to the first base camp one, which is next to us there. So the next one over, yeah. Just at the bottom, just as a reminder, I'm just going to write couple of things, right? Maybe just to talk to Hillary about, right?
Yep.
And I can send her the email if you want me to send her the email, just in terms of what's needed. Or, as I said, it's just those links. She doesn't
Yep.
normally need passwords and stuff. She just needs the links, right? Um, so the first one is just add social media links to website. To website, and then the next one is add link. Add Instagram feed as news. Right. And the reality is they could actually be things where that's not what I'm reposting. For instance, you might have a special offer that you tell me about, right?
Yep.
And so then effectively it literally is a news item, right? So in
Okay.
actual fact, if you've got an offer or updated pricing or whatever it might well be, It's a way of getting it on the website. It's not as strong. Generally speaking, I'd suggest that your pricing does sit on there. But if it's a new offer, all of a sudden, then send it to me and I can sort of create a post if needs be that way. Normally, I'm just going to be grabbing it off the website and what's available to me. Fortunately, whilst you don't have a lot for the time that we're working for in the first instance, just with the homepage and the 6 key sort of things that you point out there, as well as the FAQs, there's enough for me. What I don't have at the moment, and what I was going to show you, so if you go to Publer for me now, which is the third from the right, what I was saying to you now, I've actually added you, so you should have that. Just the drop down. Try the drop down. The click on the up the top where it's got free. See if that drop downs now for you. Actually, no. So just try refresh. I wonder whether you need to accept the invite. You shouldn't, but yeah, try now again. Yeah, so click on then your one with your logo.
Yep.
Yep. So this is what I'm going to use to schedule posts and push them out to the different channels. But what it has is media. So on the far left hand side, see there's media there.
Yep.
On the left hand side above analytics.
Yep.
Click on that. Yep. So what you can actually do is anything on those, anything you want shared, all those new photos, you should be able to open it up on one page and drag it across in there.
Okay.
So you could even have a go straight away with those ones, the downloads from yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you got social media. Okay, well let's just try a couple of these now.
Yeah, sure. I'll just random, or should I look
maybe do the top 10.
Okay.
And then you know how many you've done, and I guess we want to see how it works first. Maybe do 5 to start with, and let's see how it works.
I don't know what I've done there. These could all be different versions of the same image, but
it's okay. Let's just grab it and drag it across, I reckon.
Okay.
Just drag it over underneath it. That should by rights work, I'm hoping. Otherwise, maybe go the other ways. Oh yeah, there. Go. Try that then. It's select or drag to that point. So.
Oh, okay.
So maybe do it that way. Just for now, just try those first two. Just you've got those ones that went straight to download. No, that's you're back here now again. So I think we got a little bit of maybe a lag on it. Maybe just to see if it works.
Oh, yep.
That's it. There we go. Cool. And they're quite different.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Let's given how quick and easy that is. let's do a few more, and then it can be loading while we're doing it. It looks like it's going to So let's do your next the next. Actually, take off. Yeah, that's it. That's probably enough. Let's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do to there and drag it again.
I
think it needs that little box. So maybe these need to load first. There it is. So then try again. Just drag it to that one that was there. So you go to
I think
that's it.
They look the same. I don't know if I've somehow. Oh no, that's right.
Right. Well, that's pretty straightforward anyway.
Yeah.
I might as well get my first couple of weeks of photos. So I guess that's the only thing is that the other thing you might want to do. So if you go, you almost might be able to just drag it one at a time by picking. So rather than getting 4 or 5 of the same bloke, that it looks pretty similar.
Oh yeah. Just going through
because then it gives me more photos, but at the same time it makes I then have to select which one, maybe rather than just
Yeah.
maybe together we select which ones.
Yeah. Sure.
We probably don't need 5 of the same. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
probably there's that bloke actually has 3 different photos that are all
Cool.
usable, but there one of them is very similar, right? So
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
last 3 that we did. So um, so that's that. So let's open up that one that you had. So, but let's see if we can get the little tile so we can see what we're dragging
Oh yeah.
across, and then let's just drag off, drag over. So yeah, make it so you got your how do we do view? Yeah, there you go. Larger icons. Yeah, cool.
Maybe go extra large. Why is it getting worse?
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. And like you said yesterday, so we've done up to see a number of those that look new, different, don't they?
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't look like it's in the same
It's
order
not in
as.
the same order. So maybe, as you said, what you should be able to do, I reckon it's just, I don't think we've got.
I can go through and just
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I can
let's.
organize
Can
this
I
work.
leave that as a?
Yeah,
So my only point was to actually do that. So yeah, after
yep,
after we're done, that's the next thing to do, right? So
yep, sure.
let's do that. The other
Yep,
thing I wanted to let's just so you can leave that open, but just click on the left hand side of Publer. It's got social accounts. What I made it, I don't normally make it this way, but you can actually. I think you should be able to add an account because I don't want to have to sign into your LinkedIn, even though. So if you go, see how it's got connect there.
yep,
Can I just get you to connect your personal LinkedIn and then I'll post through to that as I said at the moment as well. So do your profile. We haven't created a page, so you do
yep.
profile and then you do your sign in. Yep. And then just go hide where my thing says sharing. Oh yeah, or you just go allow.
Now I've always had this privacy kind of thing where my real name isn't associated in any way because publicly at least.
Yeah, right.
So I'm not
So
sure.
well, maybe what we should be doing then is doing fitsas rather than vitsas.
I
So
guess.
let's let's connect it and let's go to LinkedIn and then so
Okay,
connect there. So the blue one
and continue.
and then
Cool.
continue. Yeah. So as I said, if that's the case, I just think we need to go back and we'll just change your profile. So so LinkedIn up the top, which is next to Facebook. Yeah. Let's just go with your pencil there. Yeah. Let's change it to Fitsas rather than Vitsas. This is basically your business card, though, just so you know,
Okay.
right? So I'll need to be so I always do blogs, right? So for instance, if you go to Diffy Social's website on the far right, I'll show you the because I've done the your mortgage choice bloke. Oh, not
Yep.
so that's next to Publer right up the top. So when I'm doing those, well, I'll need to make it. I probably so I'll just say George, but so
Yep.
click on that. See where it says blog on
Oh
my
yeah.
website. You click on that. That should open up next door. Yeah. And so with him, he's very much about because with mortgage brokers, they're very much about networking and who they are and
Yeah.
that sort
Yeah.
of stuff.
Absolutely.
So if you scroll down, what I said were probably with his full name, right? So
Yeah.
or that's because it's all in his marketing, right? So,
Mm.
but when I did here, when it comes to here, I won't do that for you. What I'll do, it'll only be so it would just say including George's profile, right? So,
Yeah.
so that would be
Perfect.
all. And again, it will all just make it look like
Yep.
George and FIT247 pretty much are all intertwined, and it'll be
Yep.
Fitsis then. Yeah, so that's fine. If you want to really, so it may actually make it this little first part that I'm going to show you on around connecting. So just so you know, with what we're talking about this morning, sort of put a line a little bit under all the setup and revision of the channels. We've just done that thing around Pablo. That just helps around sharing.
Yep.
But the first thing is we look at how do we connect. Usually that's you connecting to others,
Yeah.
and realistically, there may well still be people that you're happy to know that Fitsis is the guy associated with the gym. So I would suggest, and that might be with people like Matt, other people that are in Footscray traders, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so that's maybe the way to look at it for you personally. But the other thing is B2B connections. So it's connecting FIT247 with other Footscray business, with other maybe gym equipment, strategic suppliers. I don't know, potentially. But yeah, it's B2B connection because unless you're connecting and following other things, you won't get people connecting and following you. You might get some of your
Okay.
members that do it, and they'll do it on Facebook and Instagram potentially, mainly because they want to kind of know. In fact, I went into your messages yesterday. It's one of the things we kind of want to make sure that you're actually getting those. And I've done
Yeah.
now an automated message so that there was one there, for instance, I'm down below. Can you let me in? Um, so I basically now, if anybody was to do that, they basically get a message that just says, "Thanks for your message. For a more immediate response, please contact us via." And the phone number or the website basically,
Yeah.
so they won't be left hanging effectively. But anyway, so let's go back to LinkedIn. As I said, let's just do a couple of those little things to start with. So up the top, LinkedIn next to your website.
Yeah.
And I do want to get you to connect with a couple of people. So, because you're using an Elevate grant, so let's go with in the search up the top. Let's do City of Maribyrnong. Bernong. Yeah. Just go see results. And then, because of my connections, you become second connections to these people, right? So, but go see all people results. At the bottom,
Was
sorry, it's got people, and then it's underneath LinkedIn member. It's got see all people results. I know too far, so just there. Uh,
okay. Sorry. Yeah.
scrolling up, scroll up, and it's got see all people results after LinkedIn. That's the one. Yep,
Yeah.
cool. Right. So Celia is basically the CEO. Doesn't hurt. Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So uh, send without a note. You only get 5 notes. You save the notes for the really important ones.
Okay.
I don't know about Mohammed. Current technical business analysis. Oh, well, why not? He's clearly working at the council, which means that he's working in Footscray. So
Yeah.
again, yeah, send without note. He's second connect because of me, probably. Again, you're only connect. Rosie helps businesses, so it's worth connecting with Rosie. This councillor Mohammed, he's brand new on the council, so he's a young bloke, probably wants to stay fit. So click instead where it says follow, instead of clicking on follow, go to his profile where it says Councillor Mohammed Semra. Yeah, click on that where it says Councillor Mohammed. That'll bring up his profile, and then go to more, and then go connect. You don't want to follow him, right? So you just want to connect with them so that they basically, then what will happen is if they're using it, they'll start to see the posts going through, right,
Okay.
about the business. So then just go back a page. So we get back to the people from Maribyrnong. Scroll down a little bit further, see who else we've got. And for now, that might be it. Let's go. Let's just put in, instead of having City of Maribyrnong, let's just put in Footscray out of interest. There's plenty of people I can think for Footscray, but just go enter, yeah. And I should bring up people, yeah. So there you go. Roberta's a hypnotherapist in Seddon, so she's a big networker. She's older. She actually does some. She's on the one of the Host Plus ads actually. Plays
Okay.
golf. She may need to come in and do some gym at some stage. Doesn't hurt. She's quite a good networker. So connect
Connect.
with Roberta. No, without a note. The next one where it's Julia, I'm going to get you to do a note. she's actually the president of Footscray Traders at the moment, right? So
Okay.
here you go add a note. Hi, Julia. Comma, yeah, because we'll copy and paste it just for future reference. I run the local.
A
Or well, I was just thinking the local 24/7 gym in Footscray, or a local 24/7 gym. Well, in, in Footscray. Um, so you've got 27 gyms. So just make
oh shit.
24/7 gym in Footscray. Uh, it would be good to connect. And you can maybe make that a capital I. It would be good to get connect.
Which
Sorry, just after Footscray. Did you, or is that, did you do a comma and then it would be good to
yeah, I
connect?
did a
Okay, you
comma.
did
So
full stop.
full stop here or full
Yeah,
stop
just
after Footscray?
do a full stop with her. Uh, so I don't know if you're a cheers or a cheers George, or a kind regards George,
Yeah.
or a regards George. Maybe bring the cheers because it'll get knocked down when it comes in messages. Just run it like a text. Keep it all up the top. So bring cheers all the way up. Yep, that's it. Cheers, comma George, and then because of, I want you to copy that and just put it into Basecamp, because that's if you were to use them in future. If there's someone that you really should be connected with that can give you money or make your business, the next one over, I reckon, is our copy and paste one. Yeah. So underneath that, just use that little blurb. Often that's going to be a good one for you, right? So, but what I want you to just add for Julia is if you go back to LinkedIn.
Just here, I've got just a little thing. I don't know if we've put it across all the socials, but there was just a typo from my end in that blurb in Basecamp. I don't know if we've copied it everywhere, but
Oh
I'll
well,
just say yeah.
let's go back to that one. Yeah, so we'll have to have a look at that. Just here, before we do that, we'll send this one to Julia, and then
Yeah.
let's go and have a look at that. Hang on. Oh, I was going to say, and it'd be good to find out more about Footscray Traders. That was all.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Don't worry.
sorry.
Let's do.
Can I unsend it, sir?
No, you can't. That's all done now.
Okay.
But she's Footscray Traders, so hopefully she'll be smart enough to come
Okay.
back and let you know about Footscray Traders. All right. Whereabouts? What was it?
Just on Basecamp. So like originally it was paying a crazy $12, $15.
Paying crazy fees per week. Paying crazy
Yeah.
fees per week. Yeah.
So just the A needs
The
to be
A.
removed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So where did we put that? The large one. Yeah. I reckon. If you go to Facebook, I know we've put it behind the big image. So yeah, go to Facebook there.
Yep.
Click on that. Click there, and yeah, left click on the picture.
Um,
Yeah, and just go edit.
edit.
Scroll down. You probably just need to scroll down to go edit. All right, are you in as?
Right.
No, you're not in as George. So just
Okay.
go back in. Sorry, you're not in as the bit page. You're in as George at the moment. Yep, that's it. So you then left click on the photo again.
Or
Or
just edit cover photo or no?
yeah, just no, left click on the photo and then you do edit on the right hand side. Yep, that's it. Paying crazy,
That's it. Yeah.
and just go finished editing. And then I think potentially in Google, if you go to Google next to the map, next one over, yeah, click on that one. Next one over, next, that's it. And then just go edit profile. The other thing, oh yeah, well I'll talk about it later. Actually, go, yeah, but edit profile on the left hand side. Yeah, actually, this profile did get updated. Oh, actually, we didn't change the description in here. Locally. So in actual fact, what you want to do is I would copy and paste, and so edit. So go into the description.
Um,
Yeah, and then put your pencil on the description, and I would just copy and paste what we did in Basecamp.
okay. Is it okay if I copy and paste this to a notepad just to?
Yeah, so yeah, do it.
Oh,
We'll put it in our copy and paste.
okay.
So put it underneath everything,
Yeah.
and you've got it. And then and maybe do the new and then use the new one, which sort of which was here, all the way. So FIT247 all the way to the
Including the hashtag.
hashtags.
Yeah.
Yep. And this is where it's going to, I think, want to take out. You can't use links, but we'll see. So go
Okay.
back to Google next to, yep, and just get and paste. Yeah. Seems to be letting you. Okay, just go
Save
save. Yep.
a
Oh no, so
URL.
okay. So take out go you could probably leave in that call 1300 fit. That's okay. Just write
Yep.
email, get rid of the email address because that sort of forms as a link, I
Okay.
think. Well, yep.
Oh, it's just a URL. I think it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Well, just get rid of the
Yeah.
URL or visit the website. Let's see how it goes.
And just put a full stop here.
Yeah, see, I don't try the save, but I don't think it likes the email URL either. Let's see. Oh no, it seems to be all right. Cool. All right. Well, that
Okay.
should go through.
I forgot to
Um,
change the price. I've got to change the price to $9.95. Oh no, sorry, that was the
yeah,
old
that
one.
was the
So
old one. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay.
So we can close that for now. Just again, when you're dragging, or let's say after you've dragged your images into Publer,
Yep.
just close this box here for me. Yeah, close that.
Sorry,
Close the box
close
that's at
this
the
one. Yep.
top. Yeah,
Yep.
just there. Where it says photos, I've updated your photos. In fact, if you refresh the screen, as in just do a refresh, it should actually show
Oh
the
wow,
new one.
excellent.
But if you go add photos, again, you can it's you can I think you can actually I don't know if you can drag on these ones. You see select, so where it says select images,
Yep.
it'd be worth adding a dozen photos
Okay.
into here as well, right? So
Yep. Okay.
those ones you've got now access to. So put
Yep.
them in here. Really helps from a search. Well, Google
Okay.
loves photos, right? So I'm going to be posting the same. I'm going to be posting photos through the map, but it doesn't automatically put them on the
Okay.
on the business. So what will happen is if you close that dialog box again. So what you'll start to see if you scroll down, which you haven't had before, all your updates will sit underneath this. So scroll down just a little bit. It's probably got a section that says add an update. So scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, and see here it's got add a post. Well, what will
Yep.
finish up happening is all the posts that I'm doing will finish up down the bottom. So they'll
Okay.
all be in there. So you don't have to add it from here. They'll get added from elsewhere.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think you have to worry too much. Where it's got from FIT247, where it says a local name starting from that. Well, that would be dated. So that would be back when you first started. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So realistically, you can sort of see now, even very early on, how prominent your socials are with despite not having done a lot with them. So
Yeah.
that's a positive, really. All right. So where else do we think YouTube may be the other one? If you go to YouTube, I think we've got the long about on YouTube, which is so if you go to YouTube on the top, is this one your page or is this one the edit? Let's see. Probably if you go to the YouTube to the left, the tab on the left of this one. Yep. And then actually we can add other links in. Actually, just revise this. I think I already did add these. So if you just refresh this page.
Yep.
And scroll down a little bit. Yeah, so just change that dialogue there, but I
Yep.
think the other things have been put in there already. Just go
Easy.
and just get rid of that on the top right where it's got the dark theme for studios now here. Just go close and go publish. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the other one is your LinkedIn profile. So you see, if you scroll down, you should see all the other links. I sort of added a
Oh,
few
yep,
more
yep,
in there
yep.
yesterday, so they're all there now. If you go to LinkedIn next to your website, up the top, yeah, and yeah, that's the one. And this is where we were doing these connections. So what I normally explain to people is that in your case, so normally the one of the benefits of getting the personal connection, but you're starting from scratch anyway, so you might as well just get the personal connection and put it
Yep.
straight onto the. Whereas where we've set up a company page, anybody that you're connected to, you can then invite to the company page. Now you're not going to
Okay.
have a company page. You are the company page. George Fitzus
Okay.
is you've basically got a person as a business, and because of your privacy and security, the way you want to have it, that's probably best for you. You know, rather than trying to drag you into LinkedIn kicking and screaming, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that's probably the best bet. The only issue you would have, um, let's say a year down the track, whenever you want to sell it, then effectively what you'd be better off doing is you'd create the company page and you'd have you as a person and then put details onto the company page. That's all. Yeah. So um, it's that's the only thing at the moment. So again, we can create that company, but I don't see a lot of value given the fact that you're brand new to LinkedIn. It's hard. It's going to be
Okay.
hard enough getting you connections.
Okay.
So you're better off focusing on being effectively. George is Fit247
Yep.
for now. Let's just be that on LinkedIn because as what I think otherwise it's going to be it's going to rack with your brain a little bit.
Okay.
So let's just do that. It's the equivalent if you're on Facebook and you only had a profile on Facebook, but it was the business profile. You can't actually do it on. You're not technically allowed to do it on Facebook. You can't be a business acting as a person. A
Okay.
lot of people have done it in the past. That's the way they actually got a lot of follows, right? So essentially, Steve Hubbard goes out, um, converts Steve Hubbard into Diffy Social, and then converts all his friends into. But you can't. Yeah, they stopped that so a long time ago, 7 or 8 years ago. In LinkedIn, I don't think will run up against that same issue. It just looks like a genuine. It's not a mistake, but it's essentially it's what we're doing is you want to present as Fit 247. Anyway, I'm talking too much. So,
That's
but
okay.
we've still set it up as George.
Okay.
So um, let's go. Um, is there anybody by way that you actually are? Even with Carter, for instance,
No, it's not.
is there any chance Carter would be on here?
No, zero.
Zero chance Carter would be on
Yeah.
here. Okay. Um, let's go Matt O'Keefe. So I think Matt will be on here. Certainly on a even if just go. Use a lot of Matt O'Keefe's jeepers. Let's go. Rather than Matt, let's do the guy that actually started Footscray Traders with him is a guy called Stuart. He's got Littlefoot Bar, right? So
Yep.
Stuart, there he is, Stuart Luca Pope. Yeah. So keep going. I saw him when you were typing, but then it's dropped
Okay.
again. So do yeah do there he
Okay.
is the top one there owner. Yep. And go connect. Yep. And Stuart wouldn't be using this to any great shakes either.
Yep.
Send without a note. It's fine. Yeah. Um, his wife is Liana. She's a designer. So Liana. Liana. There she is, top one. Connect. Yeah. And then we talked about Hillary. So Hillary up the top HILARY space. There she is, top. Yeah. She actually looks like she's pretty happy to stay pretty. Actually, click on Hillary. That may, I reckon her picture probably shows, but maybe doesn't show for you because she's paying to the gold. But it's probably just not showing for you yet on the basis that you haven't got enough connection. So yeah, send the connect. Actually, with the connect, let's do a note for Hillary as well.
Yeah.
So go to connect. I know. So close that
Oh,
box.
sorry.
You can't do a message until you're
Yep.
connected with people.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, go there, hit connect. Hey, add a note. Hi, Hillary.
Well, I apologize for not getting
Yeah, I
back
think you
to
might just say sorry for not getting back to you sooner. Full stop. Maybe do a full stop. Just doing the social media setup and planning session with Steve. And we'll be in touch. Full stop. Yeah. And then you might just say, "Be good to connect."
would be good to.
Yeah, it would be good to connect.
Um.
Oh yeah, cheers, George, or kind regards, George. And send.
And
Yep, and send. Yep, that's it. Um, and so what will start happening? So if another guy who's just a local guy, because Hillary, well, I did it for a decade, George. Like I was kind of, and I still do a lot of networking, but not with BNI anymore. I used to go
yeah.
every week. Yarraville was the chapter that then moved to Williamstown. I started Williamstown's chapter. And so
Okay.
what will happen, because if Hillary and me, for instance, become two of your main connects, and then with your Footscray traders, so you're going to start getting all of these other ones that are other networkers. These networkers are actually good for your business.
Okay.
So someone like Raymond Tang, for instance, I would hit connect on him, right? Yeah. Someone else, and people that that I work with that I think would be good for you. Another lady, again, I don't know how active she's using LinkedIn, but certainly on some of the other channels is Mel Rise. So just in the search, do Melinda. She's a first aid trainer, right? So Melinda space Rise.
This one. Yeah.
That will be her. Yep. You have to click onto her profile rather than follow. Just click on her profile and do a connect. Yep. So go to more. Yep. And connect. And send without a note. And probably even the other elevate ones off the top. Even just do Robert. I think it is. I don't actually do. He does Rob Farley. So maybe up in the search, do Rob space Farley, I think he'll come up. There he is, the top one, Robert Farley.
Odgers, or is that?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Farley Osgood. Yeah.
Just connect.
Yep. Yeah. So again, the whole idea is this whole local networks thing, right? So, yeah. So and because so in your case, I won't have access to your LinkedIn personal other than being able to post to it, right?
Okay.
But what will happen is you'll start to get little notifications. So we'll move away from this because this is
Yep.
the only time this is personal and direct, right? So in the main, people are always like George and Steve and Rob and Mel better than they like businesses and brands, right? So your friends and your supporters and that sort of stuff, right? So it's actually it's a closer connection.
Okay.
We then do B2B connection, but the reality is most often they're going to connect with our business because, oh, that's George's business. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So let's go and work our way through just with some of these B2Bs. I think you have done it. It's a little bit's been done maybe in the past, but if we go to Facebook next, um, and we just close this page, and I'll get you to up the top. It's got home. It's got the little dot. So there's a little picture of a home. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one. Yep. Click on that. And then, so given we do have, your page is able to join that Vietnamese Banh Mi Appreciation Society. So you might as well join it. You're in Footscray. Um, uh, without knowing exactly who, it's not giving you many other suggestions. So just scroll down a little bit. Maybe there's a bar that suggests other things for you to follow. So not a lot, right? So what I'll get you to do is get you to search in the left-hand side, search Maribyrnong for me, and we'll follow Maribyrnong Council up the top. Yeah. And so you would probably join the City of Maribyrnong community up the top. Joining groups as a business is actually pretty handy. Even the you probably don't need to do climate action, but scrolling down, it just show you a few other people. But scroll down for us. We don't need the candidate. So with Maribyrnong Council, we might as well give them a follow. Yeah. Um, and then I'll get you to put in on the left-hand side Footscray traders, or even in actual fact, what you could do is hashtag love Footscray. Follow that hashtag. We'll do that on that's really the Footscray traders hashtag basically. So yeah, click on that, and then I would follow it on the right-hand side. On the top right, it's got follow the
Yep.
hashtag. You can actually just follow the hashtag, right? So
Okay.
then you got Pride of our Footscray. Given where you are, probably if you scroll over, I don't know if you're already following them. You've already liked that, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. So scroll down, see who else is using that hashtag. I would imagine the traders themselves love Footscray. So see how it's got love Footscray. Just run your
Yep.
cursor over love Footscray, and then you can follow that as well. Like,
Just a like.
give it a like. Yep. You can even give Greenleaf Kebab because clearly they're a Footscray business. You can give them a like as well. Yep. So I'm going to suggest you keep that love Footscray open, and that's a very
Yep.
easy way for you to love other business, you to like and follow other things that are in your area, right? So
Yep.
love Footscray becomes a real good. And you'll see certain people how they're using it. So Pride of our
Yep.
Footscray clearly are using it a lot, right? So actually, in fact, I think Matt might be the new president. I thought he was becoming the president. Anyway, so people get in there long enough that they start to, people have their marketing ways.
Yep.
And Matt's smart enough to know that by being involved with the Footscray traders, he's a bit community savvy, right? He'll get his funding from different things. He would have probably
Yep.
applied for Maribyrnong funding and different things too, right? So in any case, this is a very easy way from a Facebook perspective for you to find local businesses that are worth following.
Yep.
So it's just good community spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's part of your homework, right? So
Okay.
maybe even if you want to go back to Basecamp, left-hand side, the left-hand Basecamp
Yep.
one. Oh, yeah, copy and paste that. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, copy and paste. And then scroll to the bottom of this one. And what we're going to do here is just B2B likes. B2B likes. And so, yeah, so for Facebook, that's going to be a real goldmine for you, right? The other thing is just by going to your home, increasingly what will happen is it will start suggesting what you could find. So on all of these things, it never hurts if you go back to your Facebook page. So you've got that. So back to Facebook there, yeah. Go back to home again. So home is the top one, yeah. So what is not a bad idea to do is just have a look at your homepage every now and again. And this is stuff when you're a busy guy, right? I can tell you're kind of go, go, go. This is like end of the day. I don't know if you've got a go-to beverage, but this is like, oh shit, I've done the air conditioning. I'm just putting the feet up. So this B2B follows, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, and even if it's 5 minutes a day or 5 minutes a week or 10 minutes a week, whatever it is, this stuff will help your business, right? So whether it's following other businesses or just engaging, so scroll down. So we all like engagement. So scroll down. I don't know about this WR status because that looks a bit weird, but Sydney then and now probably not quite so local, but
Yep.
Footscray then and now would be local. But actually somebody that's down the part that I'm sure would be active on that Love Footscray page is Cavallero. They're just down the road from you as well, right? So
Yep.
maybe put a search in for Cavallaro. Is that how you spell it? You know, the Italian place. See Cav. Yeah,
I
they're
don't know. I can just Google it. I can
anyway.
just
Just don't worry about it.
yeah.
Anyway,
No.
it's probably going too far. So effectively, I just think on so where it will be easier to see is if we go to your Instagram page now. So essentially, the two things is follow more people, engage with those people, right? So
Yep.
when we go here and do search, so you've already got 144 followers. I imagine one of those is already Love Footscray, but let's go search on the left hand side. Search on the left, yeah, under
Yep.
home. And do the hashtag again, hashtag Love Footscray. Yeah, and just click on that. 20,000 plus posts now. That's about only 3 years old, so that's a pretty good effort, to be honest. So I wonder whether you can follow that hashtag on here. See the three dots?
No,
Oh no,
it's just a
don't want
report.
to report it. Just well, just click on the that's a Littlefoot Bar. I think that was their 10th birthday celebration, right? So if you go on any of these posts, so left click on the post. I thought you could follow it. So left click on that, yeah. You can see that it was put on by Littlefoot Bar. So Nando 211 did that. So maybe you could follow Nando 211 if you wanted to. Albeit, yes, I wonder whether that. So see how he's done Littlefoot Bar. He's got the ats there as
Yep.
well. So maybe actually, rather than following Nando, I would rather him follow you rather than what you
Okay.
could do. Yeah, is rather than the other way around. I wonder whether you're already following these. Why can't we see? I reckon it's maybe the way this page is showing up that we're not seeing the follow on the so that you can follow them. Just put love. Just put Love Footscray into the search rather than there's Cavallaro actually. Just click
Yep.
on that Cavallaro guy. That's the one I was looking for. So if you follow TC Cavallaro and Son, yeah,
Yep.
so worth following. Yep, and you can close that. Um, as I said again, the Love Footscray. This may be a good way of shortcutting. So so this lady clearly with the purse. The line dancing one is probably to do with the new bar that's opened up. What do you call it? West, whatever it is. Oh, that's bowling club. But anyway, Footscray Bowling Club, not bad to follow. Click on that one, and then you can follow. So basically, by following Love Footscray, you're going to be able to find a whole shitload of other B2B
Yep.
things to follow, right? So that makes it easy for both of them, really. So
Yep.
so that's something for you to do. Again, if you don't follow others, you're not going to get follows back.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You'll never grow
Yeah.
the page. On Facebook when we advertise, yes, you can invite people that have engaged with your post to follow your page. So that is the only way, but you're paying to do that virtually, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're paying for that privilege. So it looks like this. If you put in though Love Footscray without the hashtag, you should be able to see who they're following, right? In actual fact, there's somebody, that's me. So yeah, so just do Love Footscray without the hashtag, and then you'll actually click on them. So you can follow them, and then you can see who they're following. So the cheats way is you just go 993 where they're following 993. And literally, until they say you can't follow anymore, you can just go follow, follow, follow,
Okay.
because they're all relevant. Well, it's all Footscray. So, um, including my business, which is Fifth Down, which is kind of nice that you get that there. So, um, yeah, so that's easy homework, right?
Yep.
It's sitting down watching the footy, whatever it is, end of the week. Um, this sort of stuff will really help. Um,
Okay.
the one which you don't have a presence at the moment is, well, there's two actually, because you did TikTok as well. But let's go X, across to X, yeah. And again, just in Explore, just do Footscray. So at some stage you did do this because you actually are following, and just do enter. And then go people. Up the top, it's got people rather than latest. Yeah. And then you got a few things there. You got Minuteman Press. You've got Lions Club, Footscray, Footscray's Finest, Footscray Cricket Club. So you could do, follow all of them. And it'll just help place you as much as anything else as well. Footscray Headlines bot. I wonder if they're active. Um, Footscray Live. Footscray, yeah. So where it's got that one that's Footscray, this account is no longer active. A Diffy Footscray, you might as well do that one. So one of the things, just I'll show you, we're using Diffy, Diffy Social Footscray. Click on that. Click on the Diffy Social Footscray,
Yep.
and there's probably better ones, but I would have done at least some, right? See how I'm following 261 things.
Yep.
I'm going to assume they're largely related to Footscray, um, but they're often former clients and that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So things like Publer, VA, Yarra Village. So again, there's maybe better ones. Maybe go so mine's not hyper Footscray because I'm based in Footscray, but I deal with people outside of it. So, but again, you could
Yep.
also put in Maribyrnong, follow the Maribyrnong Council. But yeah, there it is, City of Maribyrnong. And so follow that. And the same as, so see how they're following 544 things. So
Yep.
again, some of them might be other councils, but also some of them might be relevant Maribyrnong and Footscray things for you, even like Victoria Police potentially, that sort of stuff, right? So, um, so easy. That's homework.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Do you need a coffee, water, drink?
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're all right.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So we're halfway done now. What I want. So that's it's a really important part. That's the connecting stuff, right? So that's all the connecting stuff. That's homework. Again, what we didn't do, but it's exactly the same on Twitter. Sorry, on TikTok. So if you go to TikTok, on the far side, because a lot of people aren't doing TikTok. But yeah, click on there. You will go search. And one that I know that is quite big on TikTok is just do Jim's group, for instance, as in JIM group. There you go. See, click on the accounts down the bottom. It was showing, but anyway, yeah, click there.
Oh, shall I go back?
Just do it as one word and it'll bring it up. Yeah, Jim's group. There it is. See accounts.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Yeah, down there.
Someone?
Yeah, they're very active they're active getting franchises basically.
Yeah.
So you give them a follow. See, they got a lot of followers. But what again? I would doubt. But see what happens if you put we could do Diffy Social, one word. You can see who I'm following. Diffy Social. Even I don't know that I've done a lot of homework there. So yeah, so follow on the right. I got 79 followers, which actually surprises me. And so but then you could also click on the 79 followers. I'm actually interested. The only thing with that is it's likely to be a lot of individuals rather than other businesses. I what might help you, close that. Instead of choosing who is following me, look at who I'm following. So I'm just using that same principle that I told you. So
Yep.
see, there's 200 that I'm following. Yeah. So there you've got, that's Rob. So that's his business, the mortgage
Yep.
broker guy. So you may as well follow him. He's local. Um, and a lot of the other ones are ones that I probably just have. Yeah, I'm probably followed back potentially. Jim Penman. Yeah. Joel Kleber is a local guy, so yeah. But you, with this one, you probably want to do Jim. As in, or I saw so maybe follow sort of interesting stuff like what's that one I saw actually came up in your Facebook feed? Were Lad Bible, for instance, and
Oh
there's a
yeah.
lot of Jim stuff that comes up right at different times. So funny
Yep.
videos and that sort of stuff potentially. But again, you can just look through there, and again, if you want people to follow you back, aside from posting content, which we're going to be doing, you really need to follow others. Yeah?
Yep. Yep.
Cool. All right. Western Bulldogs, there's one for you to follow straight away. The Bulldogs are active on there, and you're a fellow dog. Cool. TikTok Australia probably makes sense to follow. Business Insider, maybe. Australian Small Business, maybe. So, yeah, just have a few in there to start with.
Yep.
All right. So, let's go. Now, what we're going to move from connecting, we're going to look at your Facebook Ads Manager, right? So, if you go to Meta, next to there, yeah. And then we're going to go, if you go to the hamburger down the bottom on the left-hand side, the three lines on the left, right, all the way to your left, and it's at the bottom
Oh
on
yeah.
the left. That's it, all tools.
Yep.
Yeah, click on that. And then I'll get you to, on the right-hand side, the third one down says Adverts Manager. Yeah, yeah. All right, so you haven't got an ad. Have you run ads on this before? Probably not a long time.
Yeah, probably about 4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
so it's not in here, so we may as well set up a new one,
Okay.
basically. I'd suggest it doesn't, whatever you would have had before, there would be two things. Firstly, the card would have expired. Secondly, it was probably set up against somebody personally. So we'll set it up in your business manager so you can't
Okay.
go wrong effectively.
Okay.
So let's go. If you click on that, go to business settings, click on that, see where that takes us. I reckon it'll say create, and then let's go no accounts added. So let's just go add. There's a blue button there, yep. And we're going to go create a new ad account. And we're going to call it FIT247 Gym Footscray. We might as well put, yeah. And do Australia.
So straight down.
Yeah, actually further down. Yeah, true. It'll be further down. Get to Sydney and Melbourne. There we are. Yeah, and then make sure we do Australia dollars rather than I've got a couple of clients where I'm still using US, and I have to go okay. Oh. And then my business. Yep. And then yeah. So we're gonna. I agree. Yeah. And yeah, we better add our payment info in there. So that would just be a credit. What I might do is I'm just going to stop you. I don't necessarily want to watch this, and I don't want to have it on the video. So,
Yep.
not that it's going to anybody other than us, but I'll get
Yep.
you. I'll stop you sharing, and then you just have to come back and reshare in a second. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to do that? So I've just stopped you sharing for now. So I'm just.
Okay.
I
Yep.
can see you again, but I can't see what you're looking at. So just put your
Okay.
credit card in there, and then once you done, go back to the red dot and we'll do the share again. In fact, while you're doing that, I might take 2 seconds
Yeah, no
to
worries, no
top my
worries.
drinker. Won't be a sec.
Yep.
How'd you get on?
I'm just gonna do it through PayPal, and obviously forgotten my PayPal password. Done.
Done? Cool. All right, so I'll get you to just go back up the top and go to that red dot, and I'll just get you to go through the reshare screen process again
Yep.
with me. Good work. And then we'll go back to Meta next to Instagram there. Yep, cool. And then we're going to assign people. So if you click on that assign people at the bottom, you just do you and me there again and do full control. And just so you know, effectively what I'm going to create is a post that can be promoted. Usually what I suggest to people is you do that for up to $5 a day with the intent of, and that can be for as long as you like. But the intent is that basically that's getting to people that at the moment don't know of you realistically.
Okay.
And what we're going to do now is create an audience that we're going to target basically. So my first one, actually, just to give you a sense of what that looks like, I think we may have quickly seen it with, but if you go to where were we? So that blog you've got open in mind, which is next to iHarvest News on the top right. So the blog one is the next to the H.
Yep.
You click there, and if you go at the bottom, it's got Facebook page. Just click on his Facebook where it says, higher, a little bit higher. It says what we did, LinkedIn page for Rob and
Oh, yeah.
Facebook page.
Yep.
Yeah, just click on Facebook. So if you scroll down just a little bit there, scroll down, yeah, you can see that if you click on that featured, that post there was only done on the 24th, so that's 2
Yep.
weeks now, but it was only promoted a week ago. So click on
Yep.
that. I don't know if it'll tell you, but I know on my end, I was looking yesterday. You can already see it's already been seen by 8,000 people, right? So,
Yeah.
and there's been 11 engagements, which is positive, largely probably Rob's mates and me and different things. But the reality is, it's getting a lot of visual for a very minimal spend. Does that make sense in
Yeah.
terms of?
Yeah.
And the idea is, and not only is it getting the visual on the actual news as it's going through the news feed, you can click on that post and it takes you back to his website to learn more. So
Okay.
that's the strategy basically, is we run a very simple ad that's going through the ether on all the issue, whether it's so you can close that featured one on
Yep.
as in that link, yeah. But you can even close that tab. But I just thought I'd show you just so you could sort of see what I'm going to do as well
Yep.
for you. So let's go back to Meta. More's the point. I was just saying, yeah. So I've got. It just means that mainly me holding hands is more that people can't stuff up how
Yep.
much they spend. It's not that I'm gonna, it's
Yep.
not in my interest to overspend on these accounts. So essentially, we'll run a $5 a day ad when you're ready and when you've had a look at to see what it looks like, and that's what it'll sort of look similar to that, but with your branding.
Sure.
So let's go then now to, again, on the left hand side there's the 3 lines just underneath what sort of, that all tools there. You click on that. It's actually the events manager I was going to go to. So go events manager, underneath partnerships and ad, on the right column there's events manager, about 10th down or
Yep.
something. Yeah, that's
Yep.
it. Yep, click on that. Oh, by the way, what we should have done, so we've got events manager just open. Go back to, it's probably the meta, that's the first meta next to that one there. Oh no, it's not. Just click on ads manager here for me. Where that third one down, yeah. Yeah. You can probably close the meta tab that's open in between this ads one and the one we opened for the events manager. So just the
So
next
that
tab on
one.
the right, you can close that one now. Yeah, because we've already got it open to the left. So let's go back to that ads manager one. I just want to copy the link and paste that into Basecamp Oh, you've done that. So next, you should have done all that now, I think.
I've set that up. Like I clicked in and
Yeah, just close it. Just close it,
okay.
and it's probably just probably was done on a different screen. So let's just go
Okay.
refresh on
Yep.
that. Yeah, cool. All right. At the top, it goes, does you focus? Oh, actually, what's this? We're changing it. Just which business profile you want to. It just
Uh, I entered through and said
you did
okay.
your PayPal already.
No, I logged into PayPal. So I went
You went
PayPal,
through
went next.
PayPal, right?
Yeah, and then clicked all next through the whole all the screens, and it was basically just
Just close it
okay.
again. Just close it again. Um, so firstly, we'll go and have a look at that. We just copy the URL up the top for me, the ads
Yep.
manager, and just paste it into Basecamp. Just put it underneath. Yep, that's it. Then go back to that ads manager page. Yeah, and then what we can do is just on the left-hand side, there's a credit card. So it's got your billing in there. Let's just have a look at that. Say billing and payments. Click on that. That's weird because it doesn't.
I can do it again.
Yeah,
Like should I get started? Like it should be like I've now logged
yeah.
into my PayPal account, so it
Yeah, so
shouldn't
go
be any.
PayPal.
Yeah, and that and agree and continue.
Agree and continue. Yeah. Uh, continue adding pay. Okay, wait a second. Oh, you guys still going? Still thinking? There we
This
go.
is what
Just
I
go
got last
done.
time.
That's what it did last time. Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Just go
so
done. Okay, here we go. Let's just put in this part as well. So
yeah.
business
Well,
name, fit.
maybe yeah, I hadn't put this in. So
Yeah, fit.
um,
Do you just do
so
you just do your FIT247?
um, FIT247. I'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and then street address. Just do the gym address.
Now, should I put FIT24X7 because that's the actual
Yeah,
registered business name, but
sure.
just in case there's any.
It'll ask you for the ABN down below, I think, as
Okay.
well. So I think we'd already put it in. Yeah, so just
Somewhere we put it. Yeah.
oh, we did it with the business information. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah, I'm buying ads for business purposes. Yeah, you can just go hide that thing at the bottom next to me, but and you go see where it's got stop.
Oh,
Just
yep.
go hide there so it
Yep.
doesn't get in the way. Yep, and save.
Okay.
All right, so let's just refresh that screen again. So effectively now that's added that, although it doesn't. Yeah, it's not showing any because I guess you don't owe anything. Just close that little dialog box on the left. Um, just click on payment methods. It should now show that payment method. Yeah,
Oh, yep.
cool. That's it. And realistically, with that one, we didn't need to be turning things off and stuff anyway. So cool. Manage who can make change. So maybe with that, so where it's got manage access, only you probably change payment method. So you go manage access there. So that probably just makes you financial, I think it's called. Assigned to myself. Yeah, just go next. Yeah. So that just means if whatever reason you need to update your payment and stuff.
Yep.
Cool. All right, now, so that's that. We already took a copy of where your ads manager is. So now let's go to the events manager and we're going to create this pixel that goes behind the website. So again, it's something that we give to Hillary, right?
Yep.
So you go connect data here on the right. Sorry, in the middle, it's got connect data.
Oh, sorry, there was a connect
Yeah,
data in the
just
top left. Is that the one?
no, just close that one. I have a few. Well, it could be this one, but I'll just go that one in the middle there. Let's go that
Yep.
one first.
Oh, it's the
It
same
gives you
thing.
the same thing. There you go. And then we're going to go web. So yeah, click on web.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, and
This
then
one?
next, and then you're going to go FIT247. 20. Let's call it 2025 because you haven't had it before. So 2025 FIT24. Oh yeah, FIT247 2025. Yeah. And then we're going to go, what's this? Just unclick that request to test drive. Don't want that. Yeah. And go create. Okay. You should be putting the website next. Just refresh this page. Oh, there it is. Oh, so I was about to give up. Set up manually. And then go next. And then just go metapixel only. Yeah, and go next. And then we're not going to do this. Just connect data. Actual fact, this is slightly a different way to do it. So it looks like it's going to have the same thing. Just go copy code for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then paste that back into Basecamp underneath this. Yeah, it should be 14 lines of stuff. Yeah, there you go. Cool. And then go back to the events, which is next to Instagram. Up the top. And then so we can't, so just go cancel at the bottom. And just go confirm, yeah. All right. So what I'll get you to do is click on set up metapixel. So yeah, in the middle, yeah, set up metapixel. And then go email instructions. That's what I was looking for. Yep, email instructions. I would just email this to yourself. So do your and it's the email you would then forward to Hillary, basically. Okay. But I'm also going to put the code in the details. So again, I can send that information for her as well. So I'm just go, yep. And then copy that pixel ID.
Basecamp? Oh.
And then put it back in Basecamp above the actual pixel code. Yep. Yep. And so, and then we'll just double make sure that's the same. But I reckon that base code is going to be exactly the same as what you just already copied and pasted, right? Okay. So that's what we've already done. So yeah, and then you can just go send.
Just make sure emails.
So it's only really that, and just go monitor progress or done, either one. Yep. And then you can close that now. And now if you refresh this screen, it should actually be different, I think. Yeah, it'll be waiting. Oh, no, it's still saying the same thing. But anyway, we know the settings and the details. So that's that side of things. I'll get you now. We'll do audiences. So if you go the 3 lines on the left, yeah, and then just click on that, yeah, and then audiences. There it is under yeah. And then we're going to create a saved audience. Okay, and we're going to call it again, maybe 2025 FIT247. Footscray. I guess we're going to be largely focusing on Footscray to start with. Um, so then we'll underneath underneath Australia. Let's just write what is the let's just write Hopkins Street. Hopkins Street, Footscray. Sorry, yeah, comma Footscray. It'll come up as probably Melbourne, but Footscray. Oh, there it is, the second one down. Yeah, click on that, and 2K is probably not bad. That's people living or recently in this location. So in other words, if they're working in there, they'll also get it. So straight away, that's an order. You can make it. You could make it 3 because it's not going to take you into the city yet.
That's yeah, the thing to be
You don't
wary
want
of.
to
I
go
think
into
so.
the city. You just want to stay outside of the city. As soon as you get too big,
So it won't let me put in. It just jumps from 2 to 4.
so if you put your cursor in there, can you not write it? I reckon.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I
You
feel
not,
like an idiot now. Yeah.
and just go enter. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Uh,
185. Yeah, that's okay. I reckon we're still outside, and that's a pretty good catchment in terms of people that would potentially be coming into Footscray or think about coming to 3K is not much. So let's then go scroll down a little bit. Minimum age 18. That's okay. Eh, so then scroll down a little bit further. Custom audiences. Where it's got custom audiences, can I get you to write GYM, just gym, or fitness center, actually? Maybe fitness. Depends where. Just write fitness, actually. What?
so shall I press enter or?
No matches look alike. No, all custom. Include people who are at least one of the following. So
I
that
don't
should
know
be
what.
interested. Um, uh, Health. Why didn't fit come up? Just write fit.
I think nothing's coming up. Like for any word, you could put any word here, and it seems.
Oh, detailed targeting. Sorry, yeah, no, my bad. It's we're in the wrong part. Yeah, scroll down. Detailed targeting. Demographic interest behaviors. My bad. Yeah, fit. Just write fitness. Physical fitness. Yeah, click on that. Just go. I saw that it suggests. Yeah, scroll down. Go suggestions now. It'll bring up other things. So just click on suggestions, and then physical exercise. May as well click on that. It's a massive group, right? So health and wellness, weight training.
Should I put weight training?
Yep. Strength training. Suggestions again. If you go suggestions, it'll give you that. Strength. Do you have bodybuilders? Cross.
No, I prefer not. I
No,
prefer yeah.
no, not really. Okay. Weight training. Um, all right. Let's see how big that audience is just for now. I know it's a very simple audience, but if
Yeah.
you scroll up, sorry, if you use the sidebar and just take it to the top, let's keep going all the way. Yeah, so it's 137. 100. What is it? 157. Realistically, you could actually narrow that if you wanted to even just have it as 2Ks rather than 3K. But to start with, that's probably a good base, right?
Yep.
So, and given the nature of what it is, I don't think you need to put anything else in there realistically. People want to get fit, people that want to work out realistically. And if they're then going to see the ad, then hopefully it's going to make them interested. So if you keep going down a little bit further So you can take that all the way down again.
Yep.
And then just go create saved audience. And then click on that hyperlink that says 2025 FIT247.
Yep.
And then I'll get you to copy everything on the right hand side, audience name all the way down to people who match. And that's basically your saved audience.
Yep.
So put that into Basecamp. Yep. And then what I'll get you to do, so that's really our ads manager setup, right?
Okay.
So it's just a matter of me. So I don't, some agencies will create the ads and you won't be able to see where they are. I find that my clients just go, well, what the heck? How do I know, right? So I create the post first. I post it, I feature it, so you can read it, you can see it. I actually usually give it a little bit of time to set, so maybe send it to a group, get a bit of extras on it. In fact, that's what, if you're not already, we should see. Some groups actually don't like you bombing in them, depending on, but it is something that we might have a look at just to see whether you actually are in them. If you go to Facebook for me, the actual Facebook logo, I think we joined at least one group, didn't we? Let's go on the left-hand side where it's got suggested. Click on groups. Under feeds, it's got
Oh, yeah.
groups. Yeah. So they're the groups so City of Maribyrnong. Okay. So let's go search for groups. Let's put in Footscray where it says search groups. So let's just put in Footscray. Let's see if there is something. I'm sure there's a Footscray community one, right? Just go enter. Footscray neighbours. So that one there, Footscray Neighbourhood Network, would probably be one to join. So visit first, and then it's going to ask you. I actually will it. You'd probably need to join it, not your
I
business.
think I have joined it
You
as a
probably
person, but
okay, cool.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So go back. The other ones are letting you join as your business, right? So, so let's see if there's ones where. So you've got the Footscray neighbours up the top. That's 2 posts a day. Footscray, we grew up here. You're not far off that. Your Footscray community is a big one there. So down the bottom, scroll down. Oh, what's this one saying? Right. Which suburb do you live in? Well, Footscray. Hopkins. So this is actually the big one then. No promotion. So yeah.
There's nothing about no. I don't want to be.
No advertising or spam.
Yep.
Yep. Cool. But anyway, you've joined that now, right?
Yep.
So what were we up to? We'd pasted your groups in. Oh yeah, I was talking about what would next happen with ads. So essentially, that ad or the post will go out across your channels to start with, and I'll feature it, pin it. You can have a look at it before I then do any advertising. But the intention with the advertising would be to do $2.50 plus $2.50, so $2.50 a day, just to get as much reach as we can get, so to as many of those people as quickly as possible. So you'll find that within a month, for a business like yours, you'd probably expect 15,000 people seeing the ad. And what we'd want to get is a few hundred of those ones clicking through to learn more about the gym.
Okay.
So that's what a $5 a day, $150 a month gives you Does that make sense? So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what we'd expected to achieve. You actually might achieve slightly higher, and you've given me plenty of just because of the nature of the business, right? So some businesses, if you're much more closer to entertainment than what an accountant is, for instance,
Yeah.
or a mortgage broker for that matter. Yeah. Um, so the next thing is what am I going to post? So I just take stuff from the website. So that's where, uh, which may sound like, oh yeah, that's a bit boring, but at the same
Now,
time, yeah.
I've got about half a dozen things that I want to add to the website. Would we be able to put a pause on actually kickstarting things until I do those things with Hillary?
Uh, it just delays the whole project. We have to get the project done by a certain time, right? So I don't,
Okay.
at the moment, no one starts with a perfect website, right? So
Okay.
what we've actually done is made your social media closer to website, and what we've done is actually what normally happens is, um, so yeah, I would. So the answer to you is, um, I would certainly hold off advertising, I think, till you've
Okay.
done what you're talking about doing.
Okay.
But I
Yep.
think in terms of starting some content just going out,
Sure.
you
Yeah. Yeah.
haven't
Sure.
posted for
Okay.
so long, right? So all
Yep.
of a sudden, people those the first time we start posting will actually, um, it'll just bring some people back, right? Just
Okay.
seeing
Yep.
it again. So my sense is that definitely update the website as
Yep.
soon as you can, but I don't think we need to. And as I said, I can even do the. I believe I can get the post that we're going to promote up as soon as we can, but we just don't necessarily start putting any money on it
Okay.
until you're
Okay.
happy with the website.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. So I'm more than happy. But that and the reality is, what I was going to say is just looking at the website. If you go back to the Basecamp one where you've got your checklist, this is the last little thing in terms of what am I going to post. So yeah, the one next one over, sorry, the one where you've done your copy and pasting. So at the bottom underneath the saved audience, I'll just get you to go write the word schedule. So underneath go, so enter.
Yep.
Just I know, no, oh yeah, sorry, oh you saved audience, but just put your cursor underneath it all.
Sorry.
Put your cursor underneath. I'm just going to get you to type a couple of things in terms of what I'm going to post. So put your
Yep.
cursor underneath everything. So
Oh, sorry.
after put it after fitness and just go enter and write. The first thing I'm going to get it right is just write in capital letters home. Right, home. So on your home page, you've effectively got I'm going to call them sound bites. You've basically got is it four or three? I thought there was six, but there's only three. You got three. So that membership is something that you need to change. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. The price
The pricing
is.
needs to
Yeah.
change. So you can't access it at the moment
I've
to
got my
change.
details at at the gym office. I
Yep.
might be able
Okay.
to.
So that
Yeah.
yeah. So so what I was going to say underneath home, you've got basically affordable.
Yep.
So
Oh,
that
so
just
yep.
just write the word affordable. Yeah, capitals or lowercase doesn't really matter. Yeah, affordable.
Is it done with?
Underneath
No.
that, write local. Underneath that, write secure. Right. Next to just do a dash after affordable, or just go little dash and tell me what's the new pricing going to be? Membership
From
from what?
95.
From what was it?
$9.95.
Yeah, so just put it in there. So from 9.95, it's going to be the new membership, right? And in actual fact, that would feature in an ad. So we'd have that right
Yep.
as being from 9.95 per week, right? Um, so then underneath that, you've got about. So sorry, yeah, per week, and there's under home. You've also got the about details.
Yep.
Yep. So um, the book a tour is interesting because book a tour is its own link, isn't it?
But it doesn't. Nothing's working. It's only one, like two or three of those sessions worked actually,
Ah, so
and
that's
it's
work at the
it's
moment.
driving me
Yeah.
nuts.
Okay.
That's why I'm a little bit worried
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. 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 That's all
Um,
good. Um, so that's not its own link. So then the other thing that you have is um, you've got FAQs, so you put that in capital. Yeah, and I would knock the about, just bring the about up to up underneath secure. I know this will make sense in a second, and then give yourself a break with FAQs. So as you put FAQ down a line, so that you have a break between about and FAQ. So with FAQ, there's at least to get us started. You might want to revisit this, but um, there is there's a lot of FAQ. So realistically, um, I I'm thinking for you is what we do, and so because the next one under that, so if you go enter, is you do testimonials. Oh, sorry, reviews, testimonials. Yeah, reviews and testimonials. You've got 70 reviews. They're probably not all positive, but a heavy proportion of them are. So essentially, what I was thinking to start with, and I think what I'd said to you is that we do you as an XXS. So I think what we do to start with. So an XSS just means it goes longer, right? So and also there's more likelihood we continue on. So rather than do 3 posts a week, we do 2 posts a week, and effectively on Monday it's going to be those 4 things that are after Monday. So you can actually put a dash next to home, and you would just write Monday up the top. So there. So Mondays around noon, I'm going to do posts that are those things. Uh, where it's got FAQ is actually pretty boring. So given you've got so many testimonials are great. The fact that you've got that is a real bonus for you, right? So I would do a little dash next to FAQ. You're right, my Thursdays. This will be Thursday mornings, but I reckon I'll do 1 FAQ to 3 testimonials. Well, actually, in fact, that may be 2. No, I'll just alternate for now. I'll alternate between reviews and FAQs. Yeah. Yeah. So essentially that. So you can bring testimonials up underneath FAQ, and just so you know, so that what the strategy is or what the posting schedule is, it'll be 1 FAQ, 1 review, 1 FAQ, 1 review when I'm doing my post schedule. Yeah. Yep. Cool. And that's pretty much it. The other thing, so I'll do a so what we do so we don't forget is you scroll down and just add this comment. Scroll. Oh, sorry. Just if you scroll down, you should be able to find that green button. Let's just not lose all that good stuff you've put there. Yep. So I reckon, as I said, for me, if you drag, and even with the ones you've already dragged in there, but if you can drag in as many of those images that you want used into the media library, that's in fact, let's just edit that. Oh, you've already put it in there. You've already said it. That's up the top, right? So I'm not going to beat you over a stick with it. But if you can, from a next steps thing, would be just continue dragging those things in there.
I will edit. I'll edit. I don't think it's up the top.
Add social media links to website. Add. Yeah, you're right. So okay. So next, let's just do a next steps, right? So let's just for ourselves, right? So next steps. George, to continue. Well, so add media to Publer library.
Is it PUBLA?
LER. And what you can do is you can actually to Publer media library. To add media to Publer, that's okay, and then I'll give you the links. We'll just copy the link where you were for that, right? So if you go back up to Publer up the top, yeah, and you click on media on the left hand side, yeah, and then you just copy that link there.
Sorry, Steve, it's just a care company for my mum. I've just got to grab it. I'll just be 1 moment. Sorry,
no worries. Yep.
Hello, this is George. Not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. I'm calling in regards to Leah.
Yeah.
I've still noticed you have to say that she wanted to cancel Monday the 10th due to having an appointment. Is that correct?
I don't know if my dad has booked something in for her, so they like it might be if the carer from today said that she needs to cancel, then yeah.
Hey, sorry, George. You just need to go back to the red dot. I turned your mic off. Just wasn't sure whether you wanted me recording, so I couldn't hardly hear you anyway. But yeah, go back to the red dot, top left hand corner, and then go to the mic and see your mic has been turned off. Just there, that's the one. Perfect, got you. All right. So then go back to your Publer link, and that had the media one. So up the top there, yep, and
Yep.
copy that URL there.
And I had a question. I don't want to
Go.
break your train of thought here.
Yep.
Yeah, am I okay to
I,
ask or?
oh, yep, yep, yep.
Just you use Calendly for appointments?
Oh, for my appointments, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that pretty straightforward or expensive?
It's relatively inexpensive. Are you thinking
Okay.
around for doing it for the bookings?
Yeah, it's this whatever this is, this WordPress one. It was great for a couple of years, but now it just keeps
I reckon. I The answer to that is I'm not. I reckon Calendly may be better um for consulting type one. I reckon there's probably better ones for gyms, and because it's almost like I know a number of my allied health and even the first aid lady, she has it. Um, I, I I reckon Hillary may well know. It may well be with WordPress, like you said, or with what she then able to do. I would ask her, but
okay,
otherwise, I reckon it would be. Yeah, I reckon it's almost a Google thing. Bookings for gymnasiums. There would be some fairly stock standard. For clinics, and you're probably
yeah,
almost
yeah,
better using a clinic one.
okay,
And
all
I'm
right.
sure
We'll see.
because you do fit in. You're kind of close to that allied health, so it's almost yeah. I reckon there would be others, but there is but Calendly. There is a free version of Calendly. I think I just remember I finished up by getting a paid version. It's not too, it's fairly inexpensive. Like from memory, it's less than a couple of $100, maybe even less than that for a year.
Okay.
But
Oh,
you
okay.
buy it up front. But I just reckon there'd be better ones for you. I have a feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon you'd be better off looking at clinic or gymnasium booking tools.
Okay.
But that's. I also think there would be. It would maybe ask Hillary. Maybe just
Okay.
put that little note. So because that's kind of our next thing, right? So next steps: follow up with Hillary. Re. So you might say, as in, so it actually is and then in actual fact, it is the next thing down. So if you bring add social media links to website, and then you could make that a little dot point. So bring it up, as in bring that next comment that you've got there, and just make it a dot point. Add social media links to website. Yep, and then do the same with add Instagram feed as news as a news tab. So as news tab, you would write after that maybe news tab, and then in brackets you might want to just remember that the news tab just iHarvest example. Yeah. Um, Also, yeah. So booking form options. Yeah, and maybe it's a updated booking form options. because the other thing is, if that didn't work, but maybe it did work in the past, maybe there's a better version now. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing I was thinking, you could, so if you're adding your actually Instagram feed as a news tab, you probably don't need to also have your Facebook feed in there. So maybe what you would also consider doing is adding your messenger chat. So the messenger chat. So again, if you go to Diffy Social, up the top, you can see what that looks like. So fairly, the next one over, I reckon. Yeah, just click there. If you scroll down, it should actually, it's probably possibly underneath me. Or actually, well, maybe it is at the bottom of the page. I'm sure there's a chat box there. So just move me out the way, as in drag me. Oh, no. Bloody hell. There you go. I figured I had a chat sitting on mine. Maybe that's been.
I actually prefer, look, it's
Anyway.
my preference, above all else, is for people to book in
through the note. Yeah, so
and
okay,
meet them, and that's
forget
like
that then.
It
would almost just save those missed messages. That's the potential. But anyway,
yeah, well, it's I'm almost like thinking of turning the chat off, like making it unavailable. I know
yeah,
that's not ideal, but
I think, as I said, my recommendation is as I've done at the moment, rather than turning it off, is just say, well, you have an instant reply that tells you you're not using it effectively.
Okay,
You're telling them.
Perfect. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what's been put in already, basically. Okay. So let's go back to Basecamp, where you were just updating those notes. So you'll follow that up with Hillary, but what I can do is I can do the email to her that I can put it underneath. Once I've done the write up for your planning session today, I'll do another. I'll do a write up underneath the setup, which is just for Hillary, realistically,
sure.
that just tells her what George would like done. It'll mean that she can see that email. She'll get that email, and you'll be able to see it in Basecamp of what we've put to her, right? So, so yeah, in a way, you can still. I would suggest following up back with that email that you've got from her.
Yep.
And you've already sent her that message on LinkedIn, depending on how active she is on that. But I think that would be as far as your next steps. And then, as I said, the only other thing is that Steve, I'll hold off advertising until such time as you're happy where the website is at, right? Yep. So basically, that's it. So maybe you can just hit save on that, and then we kind of know what's going on there.
Yep.
Cool.
Excellent.
And we've done well.
Fantastic.
No, that's really good. I think you're you'll definitely go well in terms of gyms typically go well, you know that, right? So and dare I say it, they're not necessarily doing this. They're often pretty flashy, right? So they're pretty hard at it. Often they have pretty big budgets, and they're using what I would maybe recommend to you is to start getting a little bit of media which is, current, maybe, and it doesn't have to be overly. If you're using something that's just even if it's a 5-second or a 10-second where someone's actually on one of the new machines or whatever it might well be. And again, now you know that if you do that on your phone, you could effectively, well, in actual fact, you could actually, if you've got the Publer app on your phone, you could almost put it straight from there into Publer, into the media library, but put it into your downloads and just drag it across. And are you using, what sort of phone do you use?
Android.
You got an Android. But either way, I'm sure there's a way that you could send things or download it to however you would normally put it onto your files, so you keep it for your own records. But if worst comes to worse, and you don't do it that often, you could always send it to me by WhatsApp, and I can just add it.
I should be able to find it away. Now I've had like about let's say 20, 25 post ideas in my head for years, and I've just never actioned them. How would I go about getting like? Would I just spell out a post to you, like as an example? Like I've
Yeah,
got
so that's still thinking not like a digital marketer, right? So
okay,
anything that you've got ideas for, it sounds like they're probably almost news items, not
okay,
so because remember, so yes, you can do it like that, but in actual fact, often what that creates is more work for you, more work for me.
okay,
If it's not so, and it's the reason I say that is because social media posts, and if people think social media first, then they lose the Google algorithm.
okay.
Whereas if people think of website and Google first, then they gain. So all that juicy. So the answer to your question is whatever those posts look like. I get the feeling you
I'm happy
kind
to
of
put them on the
either
website. So.
you kind of you don't want to sit on things, right? So whatever. So the answer to your question is all those post ideas. Write them all down,
Yeah,
put them on a form, and maybe just provide them to me. You could even do it in here, right? You could put 25 post ideas. I don't mind if you do that,
yeah,
but the reality, and particularly given, but so if they only go to Instagram and to your social medias, because it will still go to your website, but as I said, Google doesn't recognize them in the same way. So
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 if
so my send my if you want to, you can write that so that gets it out of your head. Because particularly if
yeah,
you've been sitting on them for 7 years, right, or however long you've been
yeah,
sitting on them, so you can put them, and I can kind of make you're the business owner at the end of the day, and I can sort of try to marry up with some of those ideas if that makes sense.
yeah.
Um,
Look, I'm happy to put them on the website. Like as an example, I've just got a member that's been there since 2015. They've probably compared to other gyms, like they've probably saved about $500 a year. So
yeah,
with like literally in front of their face, having $5,000 in $100 notes, just hey, this person just by coming to our gym rather than franchise gym down the road,
yeah,
has this $5,000 is in their
yeah,
pocket
yeah,
rather than gym managers.
yeah. So
Now I could put that on the website. I don't know for
well, I think for the purposes of so that sort of thing, right? So they're what I would
I've
almost
lost
call
your sleeve. Oh,
they're
okay.
unique bespoke posts, right? That one would be so often what I
Yeah,
tell people because people go, "Oh, can I still post myself?" And the answer to that is yes, right? So if I'm running this business because I kind of know how the tools, I could then go, "Oh, thanks. Here's Frank with a picture, and I'm going to share it across all the socials, right?" And I would do
yeah,
that, and I kind of do it for my business. That's kind of what I
yeah,
do. So what I would suggest, um, what if you got those post ideas, I would start documenting them. And in fact, I've got one client that it's not quite the same, but he's just constantly adding new pages to his website. He's a digital guy, right? So
yeah,
so he's constantly got new pages, and he's constantly just sending me a dozen. Here's new links you can post about, right? And so then I just rejig my schedule to include
yeah,
those links. So in some ways, if you've got and you don't have to put all 20 out because you told me 20, but you might have here's three ideas that I'm that have sat with me and that's bugging
yeah,
me. Here's three ideas I want to get out early, right? So, and I'll do them to that level. And if we're getting the news schedule on your website, then you're gonna basically cover off on it anyway.
okay,
Right? So particularly, but you've always got to think. So there's two things that you got to think, right? So, um, what's the image that's going to go with it? So you said that. So with that one you discussed with me, the guy that saved money, well, that already suits. You're already saying that on the website, save money with us, right? And then you want to have an image that goes to it. And I would just take them back to the website. So I'm always going to link them back where they can find out how he saved more money because this is what he's done. He's come
yeah,
and I'd always be telling him to be like John, save
yeah,
money, go to the website, right? So yeah, just use the I'm going to do the overview post today. Once you've got that one, underneath that one, here's some more ideas for posts, Steve.
yeah, okay,
So anytime you've got an idea, don't feel bad about it or don't feel like it's putting any impossible. I'll just rejig things. I won't add an additional post for the week. It'll just maybe I'll chop out one of the posts that I would have
yeah.
otherwise done. But your posts are probably better anyway. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
it's just just a couple of like kind of things that I've pitched them to mates and they've gone, yeah, no, that would probably work. But like I'm not obviously have
yeah,
no
so
idea
there's
on social media,
so it's basically it, you're you're going to give me some ideas for posts to create, which I can easily create and then communicate through. So
okay,
yeah, um, so let's get onto website first, and once you're sort of happy you're going to be doing that, then I reckon you'll be able to, yeah, in no time, yeah, if you come back with other ideas, we'll just continue on doing that. Anytime we can always do that, right? As I said,
okay.
or you might have times where I don't know, Tom Liberatore comes in for whatever reason and does a tour, and he says he's happy enough, to have a photo, right? So you can always send me that and say, look who
Yeah,
came in today. Can you put this out? He's happy happy to show that he came and did a tour today. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He, she, whoever it is, and it doesn't actually have to be Tom Liberatore.
yeah,
It could be Mary who's coming in and she's been working down the street for years. She wants to get fit. She's happy enough to have a photo, and you could just ask her.
yeah,
Hey, Mary, are you happy? She's going to join. She thinks she's going to save some money and she's keen. Are you happy for us to share that on the socials? So that sort of
yeah, yeah.
stuff. Um, I'm always happy. In fact, not enough clients do enough of it, right? So
Okay,
because I know those ones will do better than my bog standard, even though you've got a whole bunch of photos that have never seen light of days on your socials. So the good thing for you is we're going to be giving them a new breath, right? So
yeah, yeah.
that's positive
Okay,
already. Yeah, but we can't go
fantastic.
wrong with it. It can only we're starting from here.
Yeah,
We're just going to elevate it and elevate it, and by the time your website's refreshed and we've kind of got into the flow of things, literally within the 2 to 3 month period of the Elevate program, you should be pretty. You'll never be perfect, but you'll be pretty close to it compared to many.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just.
the
I'm
reality.
just looking to build up the floor, to be honest, because it's a
Yeah,
pretty low floor, like one post in 3-4 years or
yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
is, and
That's right.
so
So
it's just like
yeah,
this
no,
will be.
we'll definitely be. We've already done that in probably 2 days. We'll
Yeah,
definitely
that's
be.
right.
We'll getting ahead of that, so that'll be good. So I'll put out first post Monday. You'll continue to do what you need to do. I've got enough, as I said. I can go now. I don't need to do any
Yeah,
more, so we're good to go. It's just how we continue to add layers and do things slightly differently because the website's going to change.
yeah.
So
Okay,
cool.
okay, excellent.
On you, George. You're doing well. Have a good rest of the day. Have a
You
good
too.
weekend. Pick
You
up the
too, Steve.
phone at any time if you've got any questions or concerns. And as I said, just you'll be able to use that email with any ideas or even updates with Hillary and that sort of thing too.
Yep, fantastic. Sounds good. I'm excited about it.
On you,
For
George.
the first time about the social media, I'm excited. So
Yeah, well,
that's
I
good.
reckon Hillary can be. It's funny, like you said, Hillary can be a bit difficult to catch. So at least you've got her attention early. Come back to her, give her a phone call, and then yeah, and schedule her in to get the things done. So and as I said, I'll send her a message in terms of what she needs to do. What there's some immediate tweaks that we want her to do on the website,
Yep,
and then it'll just be a matter of sort of some refreshing things that she can do for you.
sure.
Um, should work really well.
Okay, I'll get in touch with her like right now. I
Whenever.
won't.
Good on you.
Okay, thanks so much, Steve. Have a good weekend.
All right,
Thanks, mate.
George.
Cheers. Thanks. See
Cheers.
ya. Bye
See
bye.
ya.